Our next inductee is also a great champion. She was a champion on the race course and a champion off the course as well. She has been an amazing role model whose influence is still impacting the U.S. ski team today. Let's take a look now at the career of Kirsten Clark, world championship medalist.
Clarky is just absolutely having the best season of her life. Her confidence is soaring. She wants a medal here. It's a goal for her. She's mentally prepared to fight for it. And so far, very aggressive skiing.
World Championship medalist Kirsten Clark went about her business quietly. Over the course of her 13-year career on the U.S. team, the native of Raymond, Maine, went from junior national champion to a trio of Olympic appearances, a World Championship silver medal, a World Cup win, 8 World Cup podiums, and 7 U.S. national titles. She is the lone American skier to ever win 4 consecutive national downhill titles. Clark started skiing at age 3 at Sugarloaf, began competing at the age of 7, and attended Maine's Carabasset Valley Academy. In the early days, she was simply trying to catch her older brother Sean on the race to the bottom of the hill at Sugarloaf. He would go skiing with his friends, and little sister had to be right there with them. She chased Sean, a former ski racer at Bates College, all the way to Carabasset Valley. Without CVA, says Kirsten, I wouldn't have been able to achieve my dreams of becoming the best. Her first breakthrough came in 1994 when she took gold and bronze in the Junior Olympics in Sugarloaf at the age of 17, establishing herself as a downhiller of the future. Her first World Cup downhill start would come in Vail in December of 1996. 2 years later, she was standing on the top step at the U.S. Nationals, winning the downhill and launching her 4-year win streak in the event that remains unchallenged. In 2001, she earned her first World Cup podium with a downhill win in Lenzerheide, Switzerland. Her pinnacle moment came at the 2003 World Championships in St. Moritz, Switzerland.
She's still behind Mendez here, though, 0.23.
But in the final gates to the finish, it is all about gliding, and this is America's #1 downhiller.
Working her way down toward the finish line now. In that tuck, Clark to the finish line, and she's into first place, 1,300.
A mere 0.2 hundredths of a second off the pace of world champion Michaela Dorfmeister of Austria, Clarky powered to the silver medal, leading an American 2-3 charge with teammate Jana Mendez. According to her father, George, Kirsten had led a charmed life over the course of those first 10 years of her career. But that run of good luck would come to an abrupt end the following winter with a devastating crash in Haus, Austria. 18 months after her ACL surgery, Kirsten needed to have a scope on her knee to help with excessive swelling. But following the procedure, she came down with a major setback, a staph infection that threw a wrench into the vital lead-up to the start of the 2006 Torino Olympic season. Consequently, the 2005-06 season was disappointing. In March of 2006, in true Clark style, she would overcome all of this to claim one last U.S. national title, making it a remarkable 7 total U.S. national titles. 13 years is a long time, said Clark at her retirement, and my body and mind are telling me so. It's been an incredible journey, and it's amazing to think it all started back in Maine, chasing Sean down the slopes of Sugarloaf.
Clark from Squaw Valley takes the lead.
I tell you, to turn around and see your name #1 up there in the World Championships, that's great.
As accomplished as she was an athlete, Clarky's behind-the-scenes leadership, along with the example she set with her amazing work ethic, was not only inspirational to her teammates, but also played a pivotal role in the growth of the U.S. women's speed team of today. We've been fortunate to have Kirsten providing her special brand of leadership and teamwork for more than a decade, offered U.S. Ski Team President and CEO Bill Marolt on Clarky's retirement. She represents all the best that the U.S. Ski Team strives for in our values. Now married to former U.S. team coach and World Cup downhiller Andreas Rickenbach, Clark continues to give back to the sport. She spent 5 years hosting conditioning camps for the youngsters at Carrabassett Valley, and with her ongoing contributions, yet another generation of top U.S. female downhillers are in good hands. And so tonight, for her lifetime achievements on snow, we now welcome Kirsten Clark into the U.S. Ski and Snowboard Hall of Fame and present her with our sport's highest award, the U.S. Ski and Snowboard Hall of Fame Medal of Honor.
Here she comes. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to this stage that amazing 3-time Olympian and a woman that knows how to pay it forward, Kirsten Clark. Escorted by our new board member to the Hall of Fame from Denver, Colorado, David Scott. Okay, Clarky, it's time for you to exhale. Are you ready? Kirsten Clark, having been elected by the U.S. Ski and Snowboard Association and representation of the 15 million skiers and snowboarders in America, we hereby bestow upon you this Medal of Honor in Vail, Colorado, and confer upon you from this day forward, April 13th, 2013, induction into the U.S. Ski and Snowboard Hall of Fame in Ishpeming, Michigan, where your accomplishments, girl, will forever be remembered.
Thank you so much. What an honor to be inducted into the U.S. Ski and Snowboard Hall of Fame. Looking at all that footage brings back such wonderful memories, along with maybe some not so wonderful. It's those hard times that propelled me to work harder. They also helped me to appreciate my successes so much more. The 13 years on the team flew by, and I look back now and I remember so many valuable lessons that I've learned. But 2 stick with me, which I try to pass on to younger athletes as well as my own children. I was a young 17-year-old named to the national team. The first year was extremely difficult. I didn't have much success that first year on the team. I remember the U.S. Nationals in Park City. I was in tears wanting to quit. I did not love skiing anymore, so I thought. With the support of my parents, I was able to travel with my old coach, Mike Savage, from CVA for the remaining 10 races. NORAM finals and spring series in Sun Valley, Idaho. I was in search of just wanting to enjoy the sport I used to love. Sav, as I called him, didn't change my skiing that spring. How could anyone change someone skiing in a mere 10 races? But what he focused on was changing my mindset, to believe in myself again. With simple tasks of keeping my shoulders level or trying to be the fastest to the first gate of a race. I started skiing faster, and at the end of those 10 races, I found myself on the top step of the Super G in Sun Valley, Idaho, scoring my lowest point result that season. Lesson 1, always believe in yourself. I took that lesson with me throughout the rest of my career, all the way to the World Cup level. I knew I was capable of being the fastest woman on any given day, but since I was on average outweighed by 15 to 20 pounds by my competitors, which for a downhiller is a bit of a disadvantage, I look forward to bad weather days, poor visibility, bumpy, rough conditions. I knew this is where I would be able to perform my strongest and perform better than my competitors. I believed in my ability, and I knew that all the blood, sweat, and tears from my summer training would propel me to ski fast. 2003, St. Moritz, Switzerland, World Championships. The night before the Super G race, we were having our team meeting, learning the schedule for the following day, breakfast, leave the hotel at this time, inspection, warm up, start time, the intervals. We'd covered everything, and the coaches had all given their motivational speeches. We were about to leave the meeting when our coach, Chip White, starts talking. He said, The most anyone can ask of a person is to give 100%, not more. If you take a glass of water, take a glass, and you fill it to 50%, you're able to put more in, and in turn you will get more out. Many people don't know what 100% is. If you take that glass and you fill it to the brim, that's 100% capacity. Now, if you were to take that glass and put 150% in, all you would get is a big mess. So all you need to do is give 100% and nothing more. And that's all he said, and left us with that. So the next morning, I kept that mindset, keeping things simple, focusing on what I could control, and not trying to do too much, just to ski my race and give 100%. I ended up with a silver medal that day, 0.02 of a second behind the winner. Lesson number 2, give 100%. My 13-year career on the U.S. ski team was amazing. I was able to fulfill my dreams and make a living doing what I love to do. I met amazing, wonderful, caring people who became lifelong friends. I was also able to meet my husband, in which we are raising 3 wonderful children. Above all, a huge thanks to my parents for teaching my brother and I to ski in Maine on the slopes of Sugarloaf, and for their never-ending support and love to propel me to where I am. And thank you to everyone else for supporting skiing and for being here tonight. It's greatly appreciated. Thank you.